Got a simple little turning project to do, and drawn it up in space clay, and really it's just a cylinder with a short spigot on the top, board up from the bottom, and then a slot down the side. So I've got my Bernard multi-size collet jack on here. Apart from anything else, it'll pass 1.5 inch through the bore, so that I can work with a decent length of stock without having to mess around with a steady. So I'm just going to make sure the DRO's in inches, because this particular project is imperial. And yeah, okay. Visually gonna touch off on the end, and then we'll take a skim cut. And 1355. Okay, even with the DRO, I prefer working up to a hard stop. So I'm going to set the bed to stop. Okay, and we've now got to take this down to 0.668 and work around somewhere like 1.3 at the moment. Okay, that's the spigot on the top done. So now I'm going to drill the 1/2 inch hole down the centre, and I'll change the camera setup because we're on the tailstock quill at the moment. We'll start with a spotting drill. Now I want to part that off to length, so I've got to get the parting blade set square to the world. I'll bring the tool post in against the work to square it up. It's a bit of tool steel. To feel when the edge of the parting blade is even with the end of the work. 0 the DRO. And we want 2 inches for this first one. We'll just confirm we are working where we think we are. Come down in speed a bit. Flip the lathe into reverse. Because, as usual, I'm running the parting blade upside down.
Trying to keep the tool pressure as even as possible.
So I've got our 3 parts, 1 2-inch, 2 1-inch on this dimension, and I've just got to drill the hole up the bottom that gives us clearance to stack these, and I'll just give them a light face to clean them up after that rather poor parting finish. So the first one is absolutely no bother at all, because it's got a decent length on it. It's not a very good drill, that one. Now, because of the way these collets work, you really need, if the work's much shorter than the length of the blade, you need to support them at the back. So I'm going to stick both parts in here. And then I'll have to fish the inner one out and swap them over. And that's all the turning and drilling completed. Comes in very handy, that little quick squaring of the vise. Now I've got the camera mounted on the end of my accessory bar, and I'm trying that out as a position. Yeah, that'll work. So I want to establish the centre of these jaws. It's the only thing I'm really interested in. And that looks convincing as a clashing with the light there. Centred up position. I just brought the cutter down till it touches, and we'll zero. And just check what the raw stop was. It's 1.375. .687. I'm sure for you guys who work in Imperial all the time, you'd have done that in your head instantly, but okay, I'll need to deburr that properly, but I'll just show you what it's for. So you can just drop these in place. So there's a 2" and two 1", and so you never have to move the nut more than 1 inch.